think we're live.
Hello.
I think we're live. This one and I are really excited. This lovely magician. This is Aroma Talk. So if you don't know where you are or why you're here, this is Aroma Talk. In response to a lot of requests, we were doing Rock Talk.
Yeah.
It's like, can we do this, but for aromatherapy? And we sure can. Hanalei, who's sitting next to me, is our resident botanical expert. She is our resident mistress of all things scent.
I remember you calling me the mistress of scent once. Like, well, that's it. That's my new title, guys. It's going on the resume.
You are. I mean, it's, when you are in a role like that, you can call yourself whatever you want, but you really are the mistress of scent. And everywhere she goes just smells good. Like, I walked in, I'm like, this is good. Because the other day, this office smelled like cat litter, and I couldn't figure out why. And she's like, oh, I spilled orange oil all over everything. And I'm like, yay, thank you for bringing that here. So it's great to see you, Tammy. Hi, Liz. I saw that Mary was checking in from Maine. What's shaking in Maine? We're right ahead of the weekend. Part of what I love about doing this on a Friday afternoon, I was just saying that someone with my brain capacity right now probably should be in bed. But what's nice is all of us are feeling a little intellectually challenged. Mm-hmm. So this may be just a freewheeling kind of, like, we don't know what today is going to be, but we're really happy to see you.
Like,
hi, Michael.
My brain all day is brain go burr.
Brain go burr. So we're in that kind of a place. It's a vibe, and you best just get with it, because it's pretty much where we're going to be. Elena's sending love from Sydney. Can you please teleport me? Oh, I know. No, I do. I told you, if you guys were tuning in. Oh, this is the one that I opened. You are getting an unopened. This is a giveaway. Not yet, but I'm going to teach you today about my three of my, I shouldn't say they're my three favorites. I have lots of favorites, but three of my favorite vintage Sage Goddess products. And you can't get this anymore. We don't have it. So this is pretty great. And thank you for asking about my son. My son was in the hospital this week. He's fine. But it was a scare. So thank you for checking in. I was a little, as if there wasn't enough going on already. That was eventful. So thank you for your good thoughts. It's just past 8 a.m. there. Love it. How you doing, Corinne? You'll toast to that. Thank you, Lori Nicholson. And your workday just wrapped. It was a lot. Well, come chill with us. I always say I wish we were all together in person. It would be so much fun. But this is the next best thing. So love that you're here. Cheers to you in Iowa. Yeah, really happy. Yeah, he's okay. He's okay.
Daria, they're in bed.
I love that. Come on, Daria. I actually am going to put a bed in the ceremony room.
Oh, that's where you'll find me. Where's Hanalei in the ceremony room?
I don't think it's a bad idea. Is it a bad idea to have a place at work where you can take a nap?
I saw a post this morning talking about, I want radical change, and it's like beanbags. And
I liked that post. I was like,
we need more beanbags.
Or a bed. I'm just like, yeah, I mentioned it yesterday, and the response was, when I tell people things, Athena things, they go from, like, what to, oh. So this response was, that's weird, to, that's awesome at the same time. So anyway. Yeah, have a nap anywhere, but having a nice big bed. And then the question was, what size bed? And I'm like, king?
King, at least, minimum. I think Alaskan king is a thing too. That's bigger, right?
I don't, listen, whatever, I like, bigger is better when it comes to beds. It's not, bigger's not better when it comes to everything, but when it comes to beds, I think bigger's better. Do I not have a fire source?
You have fire source. I found it. We found it.
Thank you. Okay, let's light this baby. Haven't had Divine Grace in this space in a long time. If you don't know what Divine Grace is, I found Divine Grace, I think it was at one of the shows. It was an incense vendor. Sometimes at Denver and Tucson, it isn't just stones. And I get excited when there's scent. And so I smelled this, and I was like, whatever that is, I need to have a lifetime supply. And so he said, okay, well, you're in luck, because I have a pallet of it. So I bought the pallet, because I was like, if I love it, they're going to love it. Well, these couple boxes is all that's left. We had a lot. So if you want to smell what I think is one of the most heavenly smells of incense ever in the history of the planet.
Because I know when I found these, this is when I came back. Like, I found a few boxes too. I got so excited. This is chapter 2, right? Came back. I'm going through everything, kind of clearing and cleaning the space. And I go, oh my God, is that what I think it is?
It is Divine Grace. I know. So anyway, I don't have it for sale. I'm going to give away the box. It's one of my little thank yous for you guys being here today and supporting us. So, and look at my really awesome incense stick holder.
I love it.
Impromptu, kind of have a bundle, stick it in. You could do it this way too, and then, you know, carry it around your space that way. You saw it here. I'm making up rules as I go along. We do have a lot of exciting things to show you today. So we do have things that you can purchase. Everything is at sagegoddess.com. Some things, it's just like Rock Talk, where some things are 75% off and some things are not. The new stuff is not, the old stuff is. So some of the things, when you check out at sagegoddess.com, it's good to put code MAGIC75 in because it will apply to some things. If you're like, why didn't it apply to the signature mist? Or no, I'm sorry, not that. But why didn't it apply to Blessed Rose Incense? It's because it's brand new. Does that make sense? So it is a pinon bundle. Ooh, that incense in my face is kind of rad. Do you ever just watch the smoke of your incense stick as a kind of a meditation?
I use it to divine sometimes too.
We're under a fan over here, but on the other side it's doing its little dance and it's kind of sexy. So, okay. You're welcome. The 75% off is going to end. So I just want to tell you, if there is stuff at sagegoddess.com, it's not ending this weekend, but it is going to. And so if you want to get things for 75% off before the sale ends, you should use that code MAGIC75 because that will sunset in the not too distant future. So because we are moving on to new and exciting things.
Yeah.
Okay, where do we start?
Where do we start?
I don't know. Everything is fun to talk about.
I'm thinking we hit incense. Maybe we can talk about a mist.
Let's talk about a mist.
Yeah.
Let's talk about signature. Signature mist is, so let's talk about mists, right? Like I would like to know from your perspective, benefits, drawbacks, mist versus perfume.
So,
or oil-based perfume, let's put it that way.
Mists, they're great, especially the way they atomize. They can actually cover a larger space. I love the mists because for me, the ones that I use, they tend to project a little further too. I love our jojoba. It's great for like a personal me scent, and you have to get kind of close to me for you to smell what's on me. But with the mist, I can spray myself, I can spray you, I can spray my pillows, I can spray my clothes, and it really just helps spread the aroma out.
I like that.
I know we say this quite often too for those who aren't able to burn or light a candle or use incense to clear your space. Using a mist works.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
It's the same energy. You know, I think there is something to smoke. And one of the things I like to remind you, it's, you know, I'm a historian and I'm a linguist by training. So the word perfume, if you break it into the two words, is per, P-E-R, through. That was per in Latin means through. And fume, F-U-M-E, which means smoke. Literally, perfume is perfume. It's through smoke. So we think of perfume today as a mist because that's by and large what we're purchasing when we go to department stores. But the original perfume was not. They didn't have distilleries in Mesopotamia, Sumeria, Egypt. They had, you know, Cleopatra had a distillery, so she could make essential oil. But if you were like a common person, there was no way for you to access oils. And so incense was the way everything was made, and you could use the actual
temples. It's the incense that filled, because what they had access to was a fire source and the natural botanicals and the resins.
It's true. So we've evolved, right? But a lot of people don't know the root of a word like that. It takes you back to the origin story of what we're talking about. So if, you know, and I love the idea of scent for me and scent for us. Like, you know, because when you burn something in a space, you're not just burning it for yourself, you're burning it for the collective. But when you're putting on your personal perfume in the morning, like this morning I put on Athena's favorite patchouli, what a surprise, that's for me, right? You, like, to her point, you either have to be hugging me or
really
up in my biz, inappropriately touching me. Hi Sandy, hi Raina. Raina says, I use the mist for a house spray, spray my sheets as a perfume, and in the bathroom. It's definitely mists are good poop be gone smell. It's,
No, they are. Like,
smell coverers, you know.
If you were ever to browse through the restrooms here at SG, we have at least 1 to 5. I'll range it
It's
out
true.
that way.
And I sneak into the bathrooms here once a week just to make sure they're clean. I'm the backup cleaning person here at Sage Goddess. And I'm always, last week or week before, I literally giggled out loud because it was just cute to see what the team chooses to put in the bathroom for their mist and their, so yeah, wolf mist is rad. The one we're talking about now is a little nostalgic to me. This is one of the first ones we did, and it has the original label on it. This is SG's signature. This does qualify for your 75% off. It's $2 a bottle, you guys.
Yes.
It's $2 a bottle. This is real tuberose, real vetiver, and real peony. And it is beautiful. It is a signature scent. The only time I've really deviated from patchouli is with this particular scent over my early part of my life, from age 16 to maybe 30. This is the only diversion I ever had, was to this combination. So I'm just going to tell you some of the things that are discounted today.
Listen, when I found them, when I was walking the floor, to go, excuse me, where have you been this whole time?
Where have you been all my life? It is a classic. I know. It's so good, you guys.
I really love this one. This is going to be one of, if not the only SG perfume that will actually trigger a memory for me.
Yes.
Because when I first started, I was on the pulling floor. I was putting together your guys' orders. And we had a section where we would anoint the stones as a free customer, a free gift. And sometimes it would be this blend.
Isn't that cool? So it is. It's really it's core to me. It's core to. I know Brian is correct, by the way. We do need an Athena's favorite patchouli mist. I would recommend adding some dark patchouli to this, which would be, in a way, like everything I've ever loved for the first 30 years of my life. Yeah. So if you haven't tried this one, give up Starbucks. You can't even get a Starbucks for $2, but I just would really recommend it. There are other things in the show you may want to, so you don't have to go run and check out right this minute. Some things are limited. This one we have enough if you want to wait until toward the end of the sale. But if you have not tried it, yeah. So, and Sandy's saying her daughter hates oud. Oud is first of all, oud's very sexy, but it is not for a younger person. It's not for even. Oud is it's deeper. It's a little more sensual. It's how would you describe it? What would you say about people maybe who are younger not loving it?
It could be because it's a little woody, and it really depends on how and where it's distilled, where they get the oud from. It could be a little too smoky for them. And so in that sense, what I've noticed with the younger crowd, they tend to gravitate towards fruitier, sweeter scents.
That's true. I'm hotboxing myself. Hold on.
It's filled with smoke here.
Yeah.
Love it.
It's an occupational hazard, y'all, and I'm actually here for it, but it can't be so.
But yeah, so it could be heavier. Probably the best way I can describe that. So more mature, if you will, too. It's not for everyone, but for those who do love it, we are obsessed.
Oud is another vibe, right? It's a whole thing. And one of the things that's really cool about oud, so first of all, what you have to know is don't take that as a reason not to work with it, because it's insane. I brought oud to an incense making workshop at Sage Goddess about 6, 7, 8 years ago. Put it down on the table. I've got people in person, and we're going to do this again, by the way. We're going to have an in-person incense making workshop before too long. We're talking about the next couple of months. Okay, so thank you for the blessings too. So I put it down. I know how you are. Everybody starts coming around. They're smelling this thing I just put down on there, and literally one of you looked at me and went, "What the fuck is this?" And how do I get a lifetime supply? Again, it's what is this? For me, oud is top 10 of the most beautiful scents I've ever smelled in my entire life. It is intoxicating. And but if you go to the Middle East, right? If you go to Qatar, if you go to Dubai, throughout the Middle East, everybody burns oud in their house. It's a thing. They have oud burners, and they have all different kinds of oud, and they kind of it's part of their daily ritual. So we're just in the West a little late to the oud party, but it's pretty insanely beautiful. And we actually have that would be a good transition to Desert Dream Oud, actually. So one of the other mists that you have to get if you don't have it, this one is again $2 for an oud mist today. Like, I don't know what to say. This one, we don't have as many of this as we did of the SG.
I wanted to
original
add,
SG.
as far as like their daily practice and the culture out there in the Middle East, learning how to burn bakur and everything.
Bakur.
I sent my clothes with oud because of that, because I learned how they did, and I go, excuse me, I can do that with my clothes too. And so I'll add, other little resins and things to my oud. There's a reason why, like a couple weeks back, if you remember, there was so much oud coming out.
I do remember. Yeah, she was in her oud mood.
Oud mood. Is that new mist?
It's your mood. M-O-U-D.
New mist.
Product just got developed when it's oud noir coming back, so it takes us a little time. We did actually bring the chocolate oud back. Rachel loves it. We had the little oud trio. I don't know if we have any more of them, but so Desert Dream oud is oud, amber, and musk. And I called it Desert Dream because it reminds me of sort of being in, if you haven't been to the Middle East, then I think any desert that you love. The desert sings to me. Like, I will spend part of my retirement years in a desert. It is just where I love to be, whether it's the deserts here, outside of Los Angeles, like, whether, I love the deserts of Nevada, I love the deserts of Arizona. I'm really a desert person. So because there's something, about how dry it is and how warm it is, and it's like, it warms you to the bone. And that warmth is very sensual. It's very beautiful. It's intoxicating. And so we tried to capture a little bit of that energy with this. So yeah, if you love it, here's the thing. This is the last of it.
Yeah.
So
this is it.
The things that are discounted in many cases are things we're not bringing back for different reasons. We can't get the same amber. We can't, you know what I mean? So this is a retirement of Desert Dream, and it's $2 a bottle, and there's no limit. So where you used to pay $20 for a bottle or $15 for a bottle, now you can get 7 bottles for that price, right? So it's just a really good opportunity if you love oud to work with one of our favorites.
One of my favorite notes to add to this, because oud, it's a base note in perfumery, and so you can add more middle or top notes. Blue Lotus.
Whoa, I never even thought about that.
Like this specific oud blend, Blue Lotus, and I'm in a trance.
Wow. Yeah, that's intoxicating. Do you know, well, and part of why I'm meditating on that for a second is like, so the story of oud is a cool story, and that's one of the reasons we created this show for you guys, because the stories are everything, right? So oud comes from the agar wood tree, which is a really rare tree, mostly grows in Indonesia. So when that tree, when a branch is cut, or when one of those trees falls and it's injured, the tree itself secretes oud. It's its own self-healing mechanism. So I love thinking about which of our ancestors were back like, oh, this limb broke. Now this stuff is coming out. Ooh, this stuff smells really good.
Like, I got a bottle of this stuff
now I want more of that, right? Like, that's actually the story. So from a healing perspective, and what's cool about our aromatherapy community is some of you are just here for the smells, and some of you are just here for the medicine, like, because all these plants are medicinal, and then some of you are here for both. For our healers in the community, this isn't just a beautiful scent to wear. It is actually something secreted by nature to heal itself.
Yeah, it's like a defense mechanism, and
it is. So what does it do for you, right? I find that it's very restorative, which is the whole purpose of why the tree is secreting this substance, is to actually restore its own life force, right? I love that. Corinne said, yes, bloatus.
Bloatus.
I was thinking blued.
Blued, bloatus, mood.
Oh, God, and New Mexico, don't even get me started. Like, land of enchantment, it is. And so many vortex places, and just the vibration, right? The desert Southwest is its own form of magic. I've always said I don't trust people who don't like the desert Southwest, because it's mysterious,
yes.
you know?
So my brother used to live out in New Mexico, not the pretty part, unfortunately. He, Portales. There's beauty in there, sure, but it's the drive there that was great. And when we got to a certain point, I go, there's nothing here, guys, but that's okay. And it's such a small town that he lived in. He used to go to ENMU, and there are 2 things you could do. You can go to the Walmart, or you can sit on your porch and relax. It really taught me how to be comfortable with silence.
I love that.
And then I had a second thought, like, about our ancestors. That would be us. probably in a past life going, smells great.
Do you smell that? Are you
I
high?
smell that.
I did smell that, and now I can't find my body. Yay! I'm sure that's how we met. Yeah, I'm sure that's how we met. You want Ama? Oh, isn't Ama? Please don't call it Bloatus. No, I'm not going to. But the things that go through my head, right, in my neurodivergent self, you know, I start putting the words together, and sometimes it doesn't sound good. You lived in Roswell for 5 years. Did you see aliens? You know, these are the stories I want to have access to. Anyway, so glad you guys are here, and I hope you enjoy these moments with you as much as we enjoy them. So Desert Dream and SG Signature, both $2. Crazy.
$2.
Yes.
That is.
It's really a lot for you. Okay, now I want to talk about Blessed Rose.
Oh, yes.
Some of you came to this to actually hear the story of Blessed Rose, because we've talked a little bit about it, but not completely about it. So Blessed Rose, the reason why it's special, this product kind of created itself. For my birthday this year, one of my nearest and dearest did a little thing around the house with pathways of rose petals. My favorite roses are red. I don't like any other roses. I know. And it was from the entrance to the house to the kitchen. It was from the entrance to house to the, you know, like all the different areas of the house. And it was just a surprise. And so, because there was a beautiful meal waiting and cake and all the things. So I was, and there were petals leading up to the entrance too. So I was like, oh my God, I can't just leave all these beautiful red rose petals all over. So I start picking them up. And my friend was like, are you really going to pick up every single one? And she's like, I can sweep. And I'm like, no, I'm going to pick up every single one. And so I did, and we dried them. I brought them to Hana. Yeah. We dried them. And so the centerpiece of Blessed Rose are all the rose petals from my birthday this year, which I think is really cool. And then there's all the other ingredients. So we added rose oil, vetiver,
root and oil.
Patchouli.
The leaf and oil.
The leaf and the oil. So yeah, I mean these, if you remember Tantra from the old days, it just kind of reminds me of that, you know, like the jasmine, patchouli, rose dance that Tantra was about, which is hard to recreate. We can. So, and then rosemary, tulsi, and a little frankincense balances that out. And then we put maca powder.
The other one,
yeah. We put maca powder. So I'm going to change to the product camera because I want to show you how we do this. So when Hana and I make incense and it's powdered, 9 times out of 10 we add something called mako, M-A-K-K-O. And what that does is it allows you to burn it without charcoal.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. So all you do is take a little bit, and I really want to show you. When I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, okay? This jar is a big supply. The jar is full. And it smells
I made
like
sure to
heaven.
pack it in there.
She packs it up and she packs it in. And then she's going to light it. You just want a heat-proof surface. That's why I love gemstone bowls, because you can't damage them. Most of them, you know. You still have bottles of Tantra. Good for you. This is beautiful. And then it will smoke. There's nothing else for you to do. And the secret of this, it goes and goes and goes until it burns itself out. Mm-hmm. The secret is to keep moving it. Do you see how can you see the red little flame situation there? Do you see how it's still lit? So you just keep moving it. It'll keep burning through whatever is not burned out. That little fire that's still alive will keep burning. I use my lighter to move it around, but if you have a little ceremonial spoon or whatever you've got.
A little goes along.
And it'll just keep releasing. So, because we love the convenience, sometimes you want to burn something and you don't have charcoal. And what are you going to do, right? It's barely going to light without charcoal if you don't have an incendiary agent. So, by the way, you know, I can't even tell you how much it warms my heart because, you know, people are in the feed like Joan saying Tantra is my favorite and how Circe's used it. Like, scent has been a big part of my life. You know, the first, and I would love to hear from you, like your first entree, right? I was, how old was I? 18 or 19. My mom, who passed away a few years ago, was an esthetician and a cosmetologist, and she was a beauty school instructor for years before I was born, and really good at it. So she was going back to get her professional development units for her esthetician license because she had a facial salon. And so she decided she wanted to do this bonus class on aromatherapy. She got to choose what she wanted to do. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And she was like, why don't you come with me? So I did. And I always joke, I think I enjoyed it more than she did. Like, she loved it, right? And she was playing with the oils, and then she had a steam machine, so for her facial room, so that she could put the essential oils in, it would steam it to your face, which felt so good. But she was like, I think you caught the bug. I remember her saying that. I'm like, I totally caught the bug. So that was what was your first, like, how did you know? That's when I knew that somehow perfuming was going to be part of my future.
When I came here.
Really?
Actually, yeah, because this was the first place where I actually had access to different perfumes and different scents. You know, growing up, I would have coconut oil or, cocoa butter.
Yeah.
We didn't really use anything fully scented. And it wasn't until I saw this bowl of clear quartz tumbled with a little dropper bottle and a card that said thank you. And I asked her, what's this?
Yep, that's a great story.
Oh yeah, this is the the new customer gift, and I would volunteer to anoint and to mix and to.
Isn't that cool?
I used to say the little prayers over it. Like, I have yet to find another place where it feels magical, where it's exciting all my senses, not just physically but spiritually as well. And being able to practice freely and pray over stones freely without anyone looking at me like I'm
like you're weird.
Yeah. So it was here.
I love that. But her lineage, though, right? Like, it takes you back to a lot of healing practices, and I love the reminder, like, maybe on a more basic level, right? Like, really pure ingredients, just the whole ingredient, right? And then learning how to embellish that with the properties of the essential oils.
And it was actually here that kick-started my journey into full focus. Before, it was always brought to me. And because it felt forced, I didn't want to learn it. You know, like, you're telling me I have to do this, and I don't want to do it because I'm trying to rebel. I don't want to listen to you. But the more I was exposed, the more I learned from this side of the tracks. It made me want to look back and dig deeper into my own roots, and then start to associate more with, like, the Psalm 1 medicinals and really pay attention to what it is that I was being taught. And so before my grandmother and my auntie passed away, I really tapped in with them. And they're like, something's different in you. Like, you actually want to learn this time?
But isn't that true when you have, like, an ancestral practice? If it gets passed down to you before you're ready, it's like you're not there yet. You had to be fully, like, embodied in your wisdom before, and now she practices, right? I think this is amazing. So yeah, Christy, it's a great question. She's asking, is it similar to grounded rose? Grounded rose, as you remember, is rose and frankincense. So that's kind of the core two elements. This is like grounded rose plus. What's special about it is we're not recreating it. When it's gone, because it's made with my birthday roses. So I just thought that was special. And I hope you can feel like a pinch of your incense contains rose petals that were laid out for me with so much intention. And I just thought, like, I'm keeping 2 bottles. I gifted one to my friend and one is for me. I just thought you might like to have that. I feel like the energy is different when it's connected to meaning and intention and love. And how often do you get an incense that's made with roses that were gifted to someone, right? It's not, usually it's just a big batch of industrial whatever, right? It doesn't have meaning.
Are hand-dried,
hand-processed, hand-packed, So there's, that's if you're new to Sage Goddess, this is kind of, I think, why we're special. And I love Amazon, and I love getting things in an hour, and but I can't Instacart magic, I just can't, and I don't want to. Like, it's not that having access to things isn't super great, but there's something special about having something that's built with so much intention and love and clarity and dedication. So
it's like I wanted to say, when I manufacture all your goodies, especially everything that we've made here, I make sure to say a little quick prayer before, It's true. Or
I'll blow my breath over it, or whatever it is. And that's why, I know we're not talking about stones today, but I did go live earlier talking about the intuitive gemstone listing that we have at sagegoddess.com, where Robin and I are choosing your stones for you. Like, that's the same kind of thing. There's a lot of love and thought and individual focus for you that I think is really special. So I love that. And Mary said, I never wore any other perfume besides Yves Saint Laurent Opium, which, opium, anybody love opium? I was an opium girl in the 80s. before you found me in SG, which I really appreciate. And I will say too, so I have studied perfumery, going back to the ancient roots of it, back to Egypt and everything since then. And I have extensive knowledge of the original French perfume houses, because that's where perfumery really developed, right? One of the things that I think we can all agree on is that the more natural the ingredients are, even though it doesn't last as long, the more impactful the perfume is. And again, most perfumes are synthetic entirely, good synthetic. Good ones are hybrid synthetics. Mm-hmm. You've got some companies like Jo Malone that are really doing a beautiful job of naturals and hybrid synthetics.
I'm actually experimenting with that right now.
Are you?
Learning more about the synthetics, because oftentimes in modern perfumery, you'll notice they'll kind of pick apart what the scent molecules are in essential oil. And so I've been studying those molecules myself, kind of building skeletons, if you will, just to help keep it upright.
That's true.
And what I love about the hybrids, what I also love about natural perfumery when you're using the essential oils, is that they give the fragrance nuance. If you ever have your own raw essential oils like naturals with you, get your scent blotter and let it sit. You'll notice that even though it's just rose, you know, it too has a bit of a top, a middle, and a base.
Interesting. Yeah, it's true. Your flowers are complex, right? Yeah, so it's up to you, but I do prefer natural ingredients. We've been really lucky over the years to cultivate some relationships with some incredible vendors. Like there's some, even now I have a new blend coming to you for Samhain, and it's natural and it's got ingredients I've never worked with before, like ashwagandha. A really beautiful, it's called the Kalahari melon. So we've got just some, it's fun. It's like painting with a diverse palette, but a palette that's alive. It's vibrational. So that's what we love about it. I know. Tom Ford Oud disappointed me. It's, sorry. And Tom Ford Champaka, I had such hope, right? Because Tom Ford as a brand is really well respected, but it's not. No. Before you go out and spend $200 on a bottle of perfume, $300 on a bottle of perfume, you know, consider your smaller places to shop, because sometimes you'll think, and like I said, I had so much hope for it, and it was not. I can't speak to what ingredients were used, but if you know what true champaka smells like, it's going to be, you're going to go, But I do have real champaka for you still, I think, on the Lair Etsy page. I have a separate, when I wasn't with Sage Goddess for a year, I opened another business called Athena's Lair, and we launched a new perfume over there today too, called Lair Blend number 16, Joy. So, which oud do I prefer? I love them all. I really do. I like just the straight oud though. Sometimes, you know, you can, because oud blends so beautifully with vetiver and rose.
And patchouli.
And patchouli and tonka. And Tonka oud. Do we have any more sacred prayer candles?
I think we're out.
Oh, are we?
Yeah.
When we get the sacred prayer candles back in stock, you need to get one. It's the candle that's somewhere over my shoulder. It's tonka, oud, and tobacco.
Oh, and hints of vanilla too.
Hint. So we do have, by the way, did you guys see the surprise bags? Did you see? Now, the surprise bags, if you want us to do for you with perfume, candles, all the things, what Robin and I are doing with stones, then you need to get a surprise bag listing. We only have 4 dozen of them. And then in your notes, you can tell us all your favorite things, and then we're going to dig into what we have and maybe even make something for you. And then, but everybody is getting either, as part of that, you're either getting the, or it's with the Comfort Pillow Mist, which is the blend that Hanalei designed for the Comfort Salt. Yeah.
And so as far as the notes, we have like White Lotus, Linden Blossom, and Sweet Orange. And I am a huge fan of pillow mists. This was requested. Like, I want a pillow mist. I need a mist. I need a mist. I need a mist. And here we are.
Yeah. This is the best pillow mist. So this is, if you got the salt, it's the exact same blend.
And then for the surprise bag, like Athena said, put in your notes if there's a specific intention that you're looking for that you would like. This is just kind of like a little bag that I put together. And so I am working to basically stuff this with all the things I can, because if it doesn't fit in the bag, that's not going to stop me.
No, and so I'm going to tell you, the bags are $50.
Yeah.
She has already pulled out. Seriously, you're gonna. I'm here for this. You're gonna get somewhere between $100 and $150 worth of design products for only $50.
And so, if you love our perfumes more, and you're like, I just want a bag of all perfumes, I can do that. I am a candle girly, is what I'm going to say, which is why I whipped out all these candles.
She's in charge of our Bath and Body inventory, so she literally knows better than I do what we have here in the building. I know surprise bags for $50 that you're gonna seriously, and you can say, I want all candles, I want all perfumes, I only want this, I only want incense, I want this, I want that. This is my favorite. I love Blue Lotus. I mean, you're gonna lose your damn mind. And how exciting to get that bag in the mail.
Yes,
custom made for you.
So I know. The only for sure thing that's coming in, everyone's gonna get the comfort mist.
Yeah.
As far as what's left. And if you want to just say, surprise me, you'll be surprised.
There's no one better to say surprise me to than her, if you love perfume. So, yeah, so there is a section, Alma, and Circe's here in the feed. She can guide you, too, with some instructions about how to put your notes in your order, because it is really important. So, yeah, so the listing is there. Look for the gold box. That's Circe. She just put up surprise bag with comfort mist. You can click on that. Your discount's not going to work, honey, if you're, nobody's asked me, but I'm just telling you, your discount doesn't work on this because the discount is the bag. Again, you're getting, you're paying 25% of what you're going to get, which is really awesome. So enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. If you are a Bath and Body lover of Sage Goddess, this is your dream come true. But again, we only have 4 dozen of them because it's taking time for us to go, right, and fill each one individually.
So. And I'm saying like, oh, we only
have a process.
Onesie, twosies, this is perfect for the bag.
Yeah, that's the thing. You might get the last of something that we have, the last bottle of this or the last jar of that, which is really exciting too. Your note will read everything but candles. And we've got you there. And you could also say, like, if there's different kinds of incense that you really love, like maybe you love stick incense and you're like, can you just hook me up with like all the stick incense? We can do that too.
Yeah, or if you're like, I want all the oud things or anything with Blue Lotus in it. What do you have that's got rose in it?
And so we have a couple of enter to wins today. I don't know if you saw on our main Facebook page. I'm giving away, it's an enter to win. So anytime you shop between now and Sunday, including this purchase from our show today, if you, and Circe will link to it, if you go to that post and comment, I got Desert Dream Oud Mist, you're entering to win a $150 natural citrine with green tourmaline specimen, which is really exciting. I know.
What?
All you have to do is comment with what you chose, and so you have all the way through Sunday. So today's Friday, but if you're shopping Saturday on the replay, if you're shopping Sunday, all of that. So anyway, yeah, is anybody else getting the listing? I love to know. Lynn Greco's getting one. I'm really excited for you.
I can't wait to read all the notes.
We get excited about the notes. It really, it's really nice because we learn so much about you. And it gives us a chance. It's fulfilling for us to make sure that what we're sending to you is exactly what you
and I feel like
are looking for.
When we do things like this, it's the closest I'll get to doing a well offering again. And as an order puller, oddly enough, that was my favorite one. I would just like load me up, please, because I want to read. I want to get to know you guys more, and like really just sitting in our old well offering room and picking out everything intentionally.
God,
remember? Hours. I could spend hours just doing that.
I think we should set up another well offering room. I really do. We haven't had time yet to like. We're still new in our new space, so we're still figuring it out. But yeah, I was thinking that where we have the jewelry right now seems like it could be potentially a really interesting room for just fabricing the ceiling and having tables. Because we kind of set in the well offering room, we kind of had things laid out by the type of product that it is. And then we would come in and that we would have like the little tray that we would like for each order. And then we would read your notes and then kind of go around the room. And it was really an experience. So Sally Briggs, you're going to decide what your bag includes. So if you love balms, you can say balms, right? Which balms are solid perfumes. And you can ask for anything you want. Just give us a lot of options, right? Like, and this is not hard for a Leo. You tell me to give you a wish list, it's going to be 4 miles long, alphabetized, and I'll give you a translation into other languages. So if you're not good, then just be really exhaustive, right? Oh, yay! Karina's getting all the things. Sparkling Gems, added it to your cart. Love it. Love it. Martha's getting one. Nancy's getting one. Yeah, Raina said, I just made a purchase. You know I'm a ring girl. Oh, yes, you are. Okay. Scents for cancer and lung issues. What would you recommend?
I know with respiratory issues, I have a tendency to lean towards the more medicinal, like eucalyptus.
Yeah.
It was one of my auntie's favorites.
Yeah.
Because she actually had some respiratory issues there. So her favorite was eucalyptus with lavender. It was pretty sharp, the blend that I would make her, but it just helped kind of open it up.
Yeah, it opens the respiratory channels. Yeah, it's I don't know that we have a specific blend in-house, but this is kind of a reminder that maybe we need to come back and do that. Just ahead of like cold and flu season, something very clearing for the upper respiratory. But those are really good recommendations. If you forgot to add your notes in the comment area, what would you say, Circe? What's the best way for Alma to get us our notes? Mullein too, very much so, Mullein, for upper respiratory. One of the things about the comfort mist that you're going to get is, just to tell you, there's linden blossom in comfort mist. Linden blossom is a very underrated relaxant. One of the things I spent a little bit of time in Paris and France, and one of the things about the French is they take tea, right? Like most European countries, the centerpiece of their beverage choices are usually tea, right? Asia too. But in France, they drink linden blossom tea for stress, and and in the UK, linden blossom oil and the flowers themselves, like hydrosols and things like that, are worked with for stress. Here in the United States, we don't talk about linden blossom very much, but throughout Europe, it's really prized, and so it was the right choice here because it's a very light floral. It's very soothing, but it has these medicinal properties around stress relief that I think people in Europe understand, but we haven't really incorporated them as much.
I remember last week too when we were talking about the comfort bath salts. I mentioned that we added the linden for those who wanted the lavender alternative.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah. It's a little sweeter. Yeah. It's not as sharp. I love lavender, but I get tired of lavender. Lavender is just so lavendery. You know what I mean? And it just smells, I don't know, I guess because lavender is everywhere. Sometimes I need a break from lavender to enjoy something else. So yeah. So Tammy Vaughn, we've been talking about maybe what you could work with for upper respiratory. To help with that. There are other oils that are a little more intense and a little more medicinal. So I would want to think about kind of recommendations for you. The Melaleuca family is a broad family of varieties, and some of them are thought to have really potential or high potential for healing more serious conditions. So we can talk about that. The Ultimate Healing Balm, we do still have some of them. So if you purchase the surprise bag, we do still have some, and we could include that for you. I don't know that it's on the website anymore. That's why if you have things you've really wanted, old SG stock, this surprise listing is our way of, first of all, giving you a lot for your money. But also it's your opportunity to put your favorite things, because it may not be on the website, but it might be here.
We might have it in the corner or something. And because I'm still going through the warehouse, I'm still going through what our inventory looks like.
Yep.
So we can bring back all of your favorites.
So Hillary, the best thing to do is ask for what you want. And even if it's a long list, it doesn't matter. We're going to go through the whole thing. So if you have a list of balms, because I don't have a list for you of all the ones that we have that aren't on the website, but if you have specific ones you're looking for, that's really why we designed this listing. We've had so many customers reach out since we took Sage Goddess back, and they're like, here's my list of all my faves. Can you just send me what you have? And so those are the people we designed this for. That way we can find out what your favorites are and send as many of them as we can.
And if we don't have your favorites, what I'd love to do, especially with this, is kind of look into the notes and see if there's something adjacent that I can find for you that you
You're gonna be happy.
may well fall in love.
Yeah, so give us the whole list. And like I said, you're going to spend $50 and get $150 to $200 worth of all of the things that we have. And it's personalized to each person. But again, we only have 4 dozen of these listings.
Yeah.
So if you want that, I would not wait until the end of our time in an hour. Okay. So if you want that, I would grab that one now. Okay. Okay.
Candle magic.
This is this candle is important to me personally. This is the Matrilineal candle. First of all, it's one of my favorite smells. It's Angelica for protection, Champaka rose, and then Calendula for physical healing. But we designed this candle to honor the matriarchal lineage, your female ancestors. The picture on it is Bruce's interpretation of something I saw in my last ayahuasca journey, which was, this is supposed to be me. And then I saw my mom, my grandmother, her mother, and my aunt, who are all deceased, sitting in, like, we were like a medicine wheel. And we were having a whole conversation. And so when I came out of ayahuasca, I asked Bruce, hey, here's what I saw. Could you, and of course it was amazing. We don't have a lot of them left, but they are $5.50 after your discount, after Magic 75.
I wanted to tell you, I don't think I told you this when you were, because you know when we worked together to ideate, you were giving me the direction, like, okay, this is what I saw in my vision. I was getting chills. Because it was your mother, your grandmother, and your aunts, all who have passed. And those are the same 3 matriarchs in my life who have had the largest impact.
Amazing.
So that's why I like, if I ever look at this, if you see me tearing up looking at anything revolving around the matrilineal magic.
That means a lot to me. Yeah.
And you know, I think that's why I have a lot of love for you too, because it's some parallels.
Yeah, we have quite a few. I know. And interesting, like, parallel moments too.
And like the prayer is hopefully like, hey, I'm here for support if you need it.
Yeah.
It's okay, we got this.
Yeah. No, and what's nice is like that goes unspoken between us. And I like that you can feel that too, because I think, and I know you had this experience, like when you become more of the matriarchal presence in your family, before you feel really prepared for that mantle and responsibility, it's stressful.
Yes.
You know, and I know for you, and it is for me too, it's sort of like, am I ready to hold that? Like, we come from really powerful women. Yeah. It's like, whoa, you know? And the reality is, like, just like you guys are ready to hold it, like, we're ready to hold it, but it's just, it's a process. So yeah, so this is another one, like, for $5, if you want to just, some people are stocking up because they just love it so much. And a lot of you, when I stepped away from Sage Goddess, started hoarding your candles because you're like, I don't know if they'll ever be there again, and you guys will ever make candles again. So now you can stop hoarding and collect a little bit at a crazy price, and then you can go ahead and burn what you have. So I love that.
Continue hoarding.
And then continue hoarding. Just kidding. Oh, I love it. Karina got 3 of the matrilineal and 2 nectar candles. Do you want to see one? Okay. Yes. This candle is one of my top 10 favorites of all time. And I have an unburned one at my house because same thing. And I love the label so much because hummingbird is so important to me. I was like, we're never going to have these again. I have one I was burning and one I was not. And so now I feel like I can go back and burn my second candle. So this is the nectar candle. This one is $7.75 after your discount. Part of it is there's ambrette seed in this, which is really expensive, and there's wormwood in this, which is really expensive. And so the ingredients are a little more expensive, so the candle's a little more expensive. But it was originally $31, and now it's $7.75. And by the way, in our candles, you always see a quartz point. We do that so because we pour all of our candles in-house. Yeah. You want to talk about that process of getting that quartz point in there? It's really significant.
So, like the whole process?
Well, just or like the intention behind it. But process too, it's an interesting story.
I can run down the candle making process. So we do like a first pour and a second pour, and everything is intentional, from the label to the container. This wax color, we design it ourselves. There's
pretty,
nothing pre-made.
Yeah.
We always start with the white base, and then we decided what toppings too. And so the clear quartz, it happens after our second pour.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll melt down just the very tip layer right there. We add the quartz point. And if it's me that's pouring it, again, I love to bless and say prayer. That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Yep.
And this is just to help amplify all the energy that's already gone through and into the candle. I half joke, but this is not a joke, that I will refuse to create anything if I personally am not in the space to create.
And bless you for that.
Because
I'm
I
the
know,
same way. I will not. Because we believe it transfers to you, right?
Yeah.
Not everybody believes that, but I mean, even if people seem like they're in a really upset mood, my tattoo artist, I told you this, had a client right before her that was really upsetting her, and I was like, we're going to sit down, I'm going to ground you before, because I'm like, you can't tattoo me after that. You've got to, you know.
Yeah.
So it's really, because we all believe that the energy transfers. So I love that you share that with them too. But it's the last step. It's like it's the final pour, because that final pour of the poured candles allows you to create that like ice smooth surface.
Yes.
But that's also it's the least deep of the pours, and so it allows you to sit a crystal or something else on top of it without it
sinking to the bottom,
sinking in. So it's a little bit of art and science, getting that last little stone in there. So love that.
I loved when these came out. It's like I was reading up more about your teachings of the colibri spirit, of the hummingbird spirit, and then how it's touched my own personal life. And you know, recently I was going through Munaiki teachings, and the hummingbird spirit, it encouraged you to just go for it, towards the sweetness of life. And for me, that's something I'd always denied myself. I never felt worthy of going after joy, going after the nectar of life, if you will.
But you know, when you think about it, when I think about the real blessings of SG for my life, what I've learned from SG over all these years, I've been able to work with a lot of people who are in the later years of their life and learn from their wisdom. And the main thing I think I've observed or tried to learn from our community about the end of life is, and my grandmother told me this too, you end up regretting the things that you didn't allow yourself to do or enjoy because, right? Why I shouldn't do that, I've got to work. Or I shouldn't do that because, you know, whatever. Or I'm afraid, I'm too afraid to do that. Or we don't pursue the relationship that we really want to because we're afraid, right? And I think nectar for me is this reminder of what you're saying. And you put it so beautifully, like go toward the sweetness, it's not, you don't have to feel guilty for that. No. It's actually why we're here. And when you look at how little time we have, even if you have a very long life, it's such a relatively short amount of time. And hummingbirds have the highest vibrational frequency of all birds. And it's because their wings actually move faster than any other bird on the planet. And the colibri that she was talking about, colibri is the word for hummingbird in Spanish. The idea is that they're not quite of this world. You know what I mean? Like, and you guys know the stories about before my mom died, there was a hummingbird baby that passed away in its nest in my garden. I still have its little skeleton in my home. And then the year after she died, there were 2 babies that launched right in front of me. And it was like, if I take one, I send you 2. Medicine, which was really powerful for me. And I literally took a picture of the 2 babies. It's framed in my house. As soon as I took the picture, they both flew. It was literally like God let me see that moment of like, I give chills. Like, so I have the picture. I'll have to post it for you guys so you can see it. And their beaks are like this out of the nest. And they literally, as soon as I took the picture.
I kind of want to make artwork with that now. I want to see
I should give the picture to Bruce and see what he can do with it, for a candle. But, oh, I love that. Teresa said, this is great wisdom. Eat the fruit while it's in season.
Yes.
Right? Do it, do it, do it. I think the best thing that could possibly happen to our collective is that we can all agree that we're going to live life in such a way that when we get to the end, we say to each other, I did all the things. Of course, I wish there was more time. Of course this, of course that, but I did all the things. By the way, seriously, please let our groups know. Seriously, to aisle 1. Please, just if you could just quickly post in the groups and let people know I've got Divine Grace and I'm going to give it away in the next like 15 minutes. I just know they'll be so upset if they didn't know. So if you can just pop a post with the link, I would be so grateful. I meant to ask you that earlier, but I forgot.
So there's one thing I did want to talk about. I was walking the floor and I saw this, and it kind of, in relation to what I was saying, how before I actually went towards the sweetness of life, just ending certain thought patterns, behaviors, and this was one of the perfumes that helped me do that.
Yeah. It's the label to me brings back so many memories, of course, right? That is one of the most sacred shapes on the planet, right? Mm-hmm. And what it represents is that the point becomes the whole, or the point includes the whole, right? It's a very sacred, we call it the Fibonacci sequence. And you see it in ferns, you see it in ammonites, you see it throughout nature, sort of mirrored, right? So Cycle Perfume, by the way, is $8.75 a bottle. It qualifies for your 75% discount. We only have a few dozen of them. This is blue yarrow, blue chamomile, mugwort, Siberian fir, blue tansy, bergamot, and tarragon. Everything for your third eye, everything to relax you, everything to help you drop into a deeper state of meditation, and two really potent physical healers as well. Yeah.
And like I mentioned,
and all natural.
Worked with this one when it came to cycles, be they karmic or just, again, any thought patterns, any behaviors I myself was kind of experiencing. Because, I say I'm my own worst enemy. Mm-hmm. The conditionings that I grew up with and that I was trained with and raised by, they were actually a detriment to me living my fullest potential, if you will. And when I found this perfume, I knew nothing about the Fibonacci spiral. I knew nothing about cycles. I didn't really look.
I like this. Why do I like it?
why do I need this?
Well, and it's when I saw that, because, we kind of both have recommendations for what to include in Aroma Talk. And when I saw that you put this here, I was like, oh, the eclipses right now are all about this, right? Like there's so much karmic ending energy. How many of you feel like this eclipse cycle is ending a karmic pattern for you, for better or worse? That might be good news, or that might be causing you stress or sadness, but it is doing that. And so I think if you're going through that right now and you want, this is medicinal. These are all natural essential oils, and they're designed to help you manage the energy of cycle beginnings and endings. But this would be a really good one to kind of stabilize your energy field and your central nervous system while you go through some of these changes. And for some of us, the changes are really profound, and some of us, it's a little more subtle. If you're getting a major ass kicking right now. So and the coupon code is Magic75 if anybody needs it.
Yeah, I've been joking with my best friends that this current eclipse season has me in a chokehold. But you know what? It's fine. It's okay.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Okay, I'm gonna learn something.
It's just a chokehold. Nothing to see here, universe. We're good.
We are fine.
Well, I think, if nothing else, I think what this eclipse cycle is doing is really showing us the pattern. I think it becomes up to us if we want to, make changes or address that. But I think we're at least seeing the pattern, like, oh, this is why this shit keeps happening to me over and over and over again.
And, this may not be the most appropriate way to say it, but my approach with this eclipse season has been scorched earth. Scorched earth.
Yeah.
I think that's the saying. But if this is a tower moment, what it is what it is. Mm-hmm. And when it closes, when I decide to finally end those cycles, I'm gonna be great. So check in with me next Aroma Talk. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna be like up here, guys. Okay, we're doing this, but we're gonna be up here.
It's crazy. Gail's like, with her husband's death, it's been a tower moment for sure. I think. A lot of us have lived tower energy this year, and I think we're still trying to figure out how to kind of pick up the pieces. But so Lynn Greco, all of these should be on sagegoddess.com right when you go to the main page, because we added everything back in today. But if you can't find something in particular, just let Circe know, and she will grab the link and drop it in for you. Christine. I know, endings and beginnings. And I always say, my animals are my children. Like people used to go, well, they're just animals. They're not like children. And when I was young, I was like, oh, it must be so different to have children and animals. I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe I'm weird. But yeah, that they are, and we have them for so much shorter a period of time. Like my dog's only 2.5, and I'm already like, he's gonna live forever. So, but yeah, good wisdom from you guys, right? I posted something on Facebook, on my personal page, which you can always follow me on my personal page if you wanna. It's more my personal posts and stuff, but sometimes people like to follow me there. But I wanted to show you the post I made. I think I put it on my story. Hopefully it's still there. I can show you. Because the quote was really good. It was from Wilding, I think. Oh, here it is. Oh. The tectonic plates of your life are shifting. Breathe. This is sacred instability. That phrase, she's great, by the way. Oh, that's my Sagittarius meme. Sorry. But that for some of my posts on my personal page are not appropriate. Somebody eating someone's brain, maybe. But anyway, but anyway, sacred instability. That was a juicy phrase for me. Yeah. Okay.
Next up, we want to talk about ultimate empath.
Yeah, this is a good one for a lot of you who are struggle with boundaries. This is $8.50 after you're 75% off, and there's an oil from South Africa called Cape Snowbush that's really rare for emotional healing and detoxification. So this really is for empaths. Are you an empath? I know it's overused, but some of us are just more highly sensitive and attuned to our environment.
So I wanted to bring these back up, the cycle and the ultimate empath, because I'm noticing too, that's one of the things that I'm ending, is that I'm starting to recognize that what I'm feeling is not necessarily mine.
Yep.
And so having a tool like this just to help protect me and mine, if you will.
Yeah. It's true, because you don't know how much of it is yours and how much of it is somebody else's, right? Even when you're by yourself, a lot of empaths tell me, they're like, yeah, but Athena, I can tell this is mine because I haven't been out of the house in 3 days or whatever. And so how could it be anybody else's? And it's like, so it's called the collective field. And everything that ever is happening to everyone on the planet is impacting you. So it may not be somebody that maybe you haven't talked to anybody outside of your house for a month, but it doesn't matter because the collective has its own field, right? So it's, and that always brings a sense of relief when I tell people that, because they're like, oh, okay, I thought just if you were out there interacting but she's like, I don't drive, and I'm like, it doesn't matter. And if you turn on your television to anything live, and even if you don't, when you watch movies, you're watching the energy of those actors at the time they made that film. You're watching the energy of the director, you're watching the energy of the producer. Like, I'm very careful what I consume when I'm overwhelmed, because even if you're like, well, I'll just watch a movie or I'll just watch a cartoon, again, there's like, and definitely scrolling on your phone as an empath.
Doom scrolling, that's what that's called.
Recently, I have started to call it, and I know this is, what's the word? It's virtual promiscuity. It's energetic promiscuity. Because you are basically having energetic sex with everybody you watch. Sorry. It's not as bad as if you were actually sleeping with them, but you are picking up all of that. Every single reel you watch. Especially if you watch it for longer than 7 seconds. 7 seconds is the time it takes for a vibration to become a frequency, like for a vibration to settle in your field. So if you're engaging in social media promiscuity and you wonder why you're stressed out, I would just encourage you maybe to do something else with your time.
That's why I've had a little more discernment with what I'm watching too, or what apps that I'm using. Like, I've been going back to reading more. I've got my Kindle, and there's this app that I was using that actually blocks the social media app. Like, it gives me all these little firewalls that I have to go through in order to access Instagram or TikTok. TikTok was actually one of the biggest ones that was taking quite a bit of my time. I'm thinking, oh, it's only been 30 minutes. I get home after work, I shower up, eat, everything. I'm watching at 8. It is 2 o'clock in the morning.
So you lose time. That's one of losing time. I'm so glad you said that. Losing track of time is one of the signs that you're working in a multidimensional reality, right? So when you lose time, you're like, I started scrolling, I thought it was only 10 minutes, and your partner's like, you've been on your phone for an hour. That kind of time loss is really significant.
Yeah.
And the other thing, do you know what? So you know how when you plug your phone into, I don't know if this is interesting, you guys, we got to get back to Aroma, but I have ADHD, so I get lost. But you know how you plug your phone into different things and it drains your battery faster, or you use a program and it drains your battery faster? Have you had that happen on your phone or an app?
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe that different things have that kind of drain on our battery, right? ChatGPT, I'm not a huge fan, okay? If I open it and use it, I'm tired afterward. And what I've realized it is how much energy ChatGPT is taking. Because whatever you're talking to it about or asking about it is becoming part of this bigger collective. It's almost like it's digesting it and then I don't know how to explain it, but if I use ChatGPT for a few minutes, I'm more drained than if I use Google. Just an experience that I'm having that I'm noticing, right? So anyway.
Yeah, I tried to avoid ChatGPT myself because I used to, when I did Etsy listings or if I wrote listings for here sometimes, I would try and, I need inspiration. I can't use my brain. But I'm learning the more I use it, I actually cannot use my brain any further. And so, I'm coming back to myself, coming back to my own original thoughts.
Are you guys having experiences like, I'm just, you don't see a lot of conversations about people's sort of day-to-day experiences with some of this stuff. And I'm just wondering as empaths if you're noticing this too. You get stomach aches if you're on social media too long? All right, well, coming back, Nellie just got a surprise bag. Congratulations. Very excited for you. And again, be as detailed as you can in your notes, because that's, we are reading your notes, and that's how we're making choices for you. So the more you include and the more detail and more specific products you're looking for, we can't guarantee that we have all of those things, right? But especially, if you give us 10 things, it's helpful because we're putting 4, 5, 6 things in your bag. So, yeah, super interesting, you guys. So I don't, who knows what the future holds. Things will be interesting, especially for our kids. I think more about my older teenagers, what their adulthood will look like. All right, where are we going now? Oh, Copal.
Next up, we have Copal. We're talking about this is draining my energy, this is taking my energy, and one of my favorite resins to work with for revitalizing my energy while purifying my space is Copal.
This bag is $2.
$2. What?
Golden Copal. When I was in the Yucatan, this is the primary Copal Oro, right? Is the primary Copal used by the shaman and medicine people in the jungle, and a little goes a long way. But this is a lot of Copal for $2. So your code Magic75 works on this. I didn't want to interrupt you, but we don't have a ton of this. So if you want one, this is another one to get pretty quickly. Yeah.
This is actually one of my spirits that my ancestors, they really love, Copal.
Yeah.
And I can actually feel it in my space when it's time to offer them a piece or two.
Yeah, it's funny, I feel that too.
Right?
I do. Yeah, and don't you think there's times where it's it has to be Copal?
It has to be.
Because some people are like, oh, it's just interchangeable with white sage, or it's interchangeable. I'm like, it is and it isn't. There's times where it's Copal and kind of nothing else. Yeah.
And then, they're your spirits, depending on how closely you work with them and how in tune you are with them, because I believe it's a muscle you have to train. You know? If you're new to ancestral veneration, or if you're new to working with your spirits, it does take a bit of time to really kind of feel into what it is that they want, but they'll let you know. They are not shy about it, what I've learned. Mine will say it's time for Copal, or then I'll start feeling moved towards frankincense, or they'll want the white sage, the bottle, but they'll let me know, and most often than not, it's the Copal.
So it's one of the coolest things. I went off into the jungle to meet with a shaman when I was there for my 50th birthday, and that's when I created the apothecary class. So I ended up off this kind of beaten path, going into this clearing where he was waiting at the cenote kind of off in the distance. And so when I was like, how can this be real? They had a huge, it was a molcajete base just stuffed with golden Copal, big pieces. And then they had a huge ceremonial incense burner and they constantly replace the charcoal. So there's 3 or 4 discs of charcoal going. And so what you were being invited to do is you enter the space where he was working, is you had to clear yourself first. So there were rattles, there was copal. So, and there's pictures, I posted them at the time of like me taking the copal and putting them on the burner and then taking the rattle through my field to clear the energy so that you don't go past into that more sacred space, carrying the energy that you are bringing in from the outside world. And I was so intrigued, and I was like, how do you guys maintain this? And they told me, yes, it's basically like the 8 or 10 hours a day that they're doing work out there, ceremonial work. That is just, they start the charcoal in the morning, they tend it during the afternoon, they finish it in the evening. And I thought, how cool, like nobody takes more than they need, right? People aren't taking it or stealing it. Were very intentional about taking you were to take one piece, kind of blow your breath across it, place it on the burner, and then face the smoke, pull the smoke up over the front of you, turn around, let the smoke wash up behind you, take the rattle through your field, and then you could proceed to do the work.
When you say that they're tending to the fire, like they're tending to the charcoal, that it's consistently lit?
Making sure that it's consistently lit.
That was like an actual role in the temple,
it was,
right? And then even in
the Aztec temples and Mayan temples, Yeah, I mean, the fire keepers, right, were the people, whether it was in ancient Greece, Rome, Mesopotamia, which meant more, fire keepers were more like the torches and more of the, and then in the, indigenous Central and South America and the temples there, more about, making sure that the charcoal discs were lit. Although, again, going back to perfume, right, and them only having the botanicals, them not having access to the resources to distill into liquid, right? So some form of charcoal was almost always lit.
I always thought or felt like in the past life that would be the job for me, is the fire keeper, to keep that
in
lit,
a past life.
Yeah,
that's pretty much what you do here.
Yeah,
you keep shit lit. What's your job description?
Keep the shit lit.
Keep shit lit. Can we make a license plate out of that? KPSHTLT. Oh my God.
I'm going to write this down.
Write it down. I want it. If you don't take it, I'm going to take it. Keep shit lit. I need a bumper sticker. I need a tank top. I need a tattoo on my forehead. Oh my God. Hi, Michelle Hilbert.
Hi. Oh, comfort bag. So that is actually our surprise bag.
Yeah.
Every surprise bag comes with the comfort pillow mist. This is a blend that Athena and I made last week. We made something called the comfort salt, and you guys wanted this in a mist form. So it's got notes of white lotus. We have linden blossom, and then we also have a bit of orange. And really, this is perfect for right before bed, or during a bath, or if you just want to kind of drop into yourself, relax, and take a moment. And then the mystery bag, or the surprise bag, when you add it to your cart, you put in your notes, what are your favorite fragrances from us? Or are you a candle girly? Do you love incense? Do you love wax melts? Do you love perfume, spray, or oil? Or what is it that we've created by hand that you've loved and adored?
Hi, Jess. Jess is asking, how do you sign up for a surprise bag? So, and what I love is right underneath your comment is the link. So the gold box that says Sage Goddess, if you're new, and I think you mentioned that you were new, so I just want to welcome you. I think it's really exciting if anybody else is new. I've been doing this for 14 years, and what's awesome is there's, every time we're live, there's someone who's new, and it's fun to welcome you in. We love what we do. So sagegoddess.com is our website, but our team members have the gold box in the feed. So always look to those comments, because they're either going to be answering a question or sharing a link for the products. And then all of our pre-existing inventory at sagegoddess.com is 75% off with code MAGIC75. The surprise bag is not 75% off because you're going to get so much more than you're paying for. It's already discounted. You're very welcome. Welcome aboard. It could help with insomnia. It could for sure. Yeah. I think we have so many things at our fingertips now for dealing with insomnia. I do love valerian and chamomile, and I do love tea before bed. So that's another thing to consider. One of the world of botanicals, it includes not just topical, but also how we work with herbs and teas and tinctures for health and healing. So
I know I'll use kava sometimes, or I'll do ashwagandha to help with stress.
Ashwagandha's great.
Yeah.
Yep. Weed helps, but it depends on if it's legal in your state. But some nice indica will put you to sleep too. Good indica, not weird indica. I don't have that for sale for you today. But you're a very resourceful person, and I'm sure you can find it. We're at a shop near you. Oh my God, and Muse perfume is one of my all-time favorites. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 giveaways right now.
Ooh.
You ready? So these are 2 of my favorite products of all time. Do we have any of this in stock?
I don't think we have this.
Can you check while I do this?
Yeah.
Okay. This is Athena's favorite patchouli, which is aged. That's a picture of my hands around my patchouli plant in my garden. This is aged dark patchouli, 15 plus years. This is a bottle of this from, I think, 2 years ago. So this is like 17-year aged. So patchouli has been my favorite essential oil since I was 16, 17, 18. Then I started making perfumes with it after I took that class I told you about earlier. And a couple things I love about patchouli. First of all, I'm the least grounded person you'll ever meet. And so it keeps me grounded, right? The joke is always like, I'll fly away if I don't wear patchouli. I find it very sexy and intoxicating. We have it on sagegoddess.com, so if someone can post a link, that'd be great. Yeah, we can try to bump it to the top of the website for you too. It attracts wealth. It attracts abundance. It's an aphrodisiac. And you know, for me, it's so much a part of my world. I make my own laundry detergent with it that we're actually going to make and bring to you. So my clothes, my sheets, my curtains, my everything in my house smells like it. So I don't even smell it anymore. Do you smell it around me still?
I think it's because I'm covered in stuff.
Well, but I've got all this stuff on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't smell it right now, but it's on. So, but I would love to give a bottle away. So if you would love a bottle of Athena's favorite patchouli, if you love it too, or you just want to smell my patchouli, smell my patchouli. Which sounds naughty, but I mean, you're actually going to smell my patchouli then.
Smell my patchouli mist.
You keep shit lit. I know you do. I'm proud of you. I swear to God, that's the new slogan for our community. What's the Sage Goddess community like? Well, we keep shit lit.
It's litty. I don't even fully know what that means, but I hear my kids say it all the time. Could that become
like a Gen Z, like, part of their slang? I know.
I'm going to need my kids to translate everything.
Somewhere my kids are cringing right now. Super cringe.
Ooh. But speaking of patchouli, I know this. Oh, are we looking for that?
Yep, so I'm going to choose a winner. And patchouli is very grounding, like I said. So it's stabilizing for your central nervous system. Again, I spend all my time in my upper chakras, right? I'm a creative person. I have attention deficit disorder. I'm a little neurodivergent. So being in my body and being grounded, not my strongest gift. And so patchouli is really good for that for me. Okay. Let's see. And all patchoulis are different. You know, Pagostemon is the Latin botanical name for patchouli. So there we go. But they're not all the same, right? Pagostemon cablin, C-A-B-L-I-N, is the botanical name. But like the older it gets, it's like wine. So a lot of people are like, well, what's the shelf life of oils? If you have patchouli and jojoba like this, you will die before this will go bad. Mm-hmm. It's going to get better every year. So that's why I always say patchouli is a hand-me-down. It's an heirloom. Because I would much rather have an 80-year-old bottle of patchouli, if such a thing even exists, than a
I get so tempted to come up here and smell the patchouli in the bottle that you showed me.
I should show them. It's insane.
Not me looking around like a little.
Okay, I'm going to choose a winner, then I'm going to go get the bottle, and then we'll show it to you. Okay, this is going to... Michelle Acorn. A-C-H-R-O-R-N. Do you know why? I've looked at your name twice as I've scrolled through, and my spirit guides are like, she really does need the grounding. I think it is for grounding for you. Now, again, side benefits, abundance and prosperity, aphrodisiac, like, you know, money, sex, all the things. But at the end of the day, I mean, I just love the way it smells, even if it didn't have any chemical or metaphysical properties. But I do feel like you need the grounding. I'm also being told that you should be working with either petrified wood or almandine garnet, something like that. It's going to help you a lot. Because they're talking about kind of like riding emotional waves.
Ooh, and I love almandine garnet for that.
Be a good partner for you. I'm like, really?
Oh,
I had a
that's an
feeling
angel.
you were gonna, if you were listening, you were gonna grab it. Oh, Rachel.
I had to take a sniff.
So this is an antique perfume bottle that my mom bought me before she passed away. In the move, it was such a bummer because there was a period where I couldn't take anything out of the old Sage Goddess building, and this bottle was sitting in there, and I'm like, that's please don't lose that. But this has a lot of really old patchouli in it. And every time we make a new batch, tell them we put some of the original always in the new batches. So you always, if you're working with my favorite patchouli, you're working with a little bit of this. I have to be sparing because that's not a renewable resource of it, right? But, So congratulations.
Congrats.
You got to see the OG bottle. Isn't it a rad bottle? By the way, it is so sticky, and I've tried to clean it. There's no cleaning this bottle anymore. It's just resin all over the outside. But isn't that cool? It's an antique Mosier bottle. My mom was really into antiques, more than I am even.
I did not just scrape that off to smell it.
Oh my God. But it is just, it's all the things. It's just, yeah. But it doesn't even feel like oil anymore. It's like it's almost like pancake syrup. It is. Keep shit lit is going to be, I'm telling you, there's going to be tattoos. There's going to be bumper stickers. Does look like a brandy bottle.
There's a patchouli that I have smelled that comes close to this.
But do you know what's funny is of all the things I have in my world that I would think of as prized possessions, that bottle is probably top 5. And you might say, well, it's not worth anything. I mean, it was a gifted bottle and it's just patchouli oil I've had forever. But that's practically something I would put in a will. You know what I mean? Who gets the Mosier patchouli bottle? Because by the time, it would be handed down, it'll be practically priceless. So anyway, I know. I wish I had smell-o-vision for you. But I do have pocket luck for you. This is our new duo that we did. This is $11. We made you what we think is, it's kind of a Ganesha blend for when you need luck and abundance, and then we're sending you an emerald with it.
Yeah. And this, I am in love with this because when we were ideating this, creating this together, originally we wanted to put the bay, bergamot, and patchouli, which is like a powerhouse trio of prosperity oils, right? But you and I, we were smelling it, we were looking at it, we looked at each other and we go,
What's missing? What's missing? And it was coconut.
It was coconut. And so
Leslie got one of the bags, by the way. Yay! I'm really stoked for you guys are getting one of the surprise bags. But yeah, so we decided it was coconut. And then, so then she blends it and she brings it up. And she was just looking at me and I use it and I'm like, and she's like, I know. It was totally what was missing. It was the coconut. Was coconut, yeah. So coconut is an offering. We're actually making coconut balls together next Wednesday, which I'm really excited about. We're making kind of a traditional Indian sweet for session 4 of Apothecary because it's an offering to Shakti and to Lakshmi and to Ganesha, coconut is. And so it's got all of the oils for success. It's got... and it smells really good too. Like the coconut makes it pop, but it's bergamot, which is success and wealth, bay, which is success and manifestation, patchouli, which is abundance and grounding, and then coconut, which is an offering. So,
and this is going to be, we made it in the small size because, I wanted to offer something for you guys for the go. If you have a job interview, if you're going to the bank, or you just need that touch of luck, this is going to be the perfect perfume to use.
Yep.
And one thing that I do with my own little perfume is I'll sing the mantra.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah. Do you mind if I sing it now?
Do you do the Om Gam? Yeah.
So I'll do the infinity and you'll just hear me sing Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha is one of the few mantras I know.
That was beautifully done. That's Ganesha's mantra. Om Gam. Congratulations, Hillary. If I could only take 5 things with me, what would they be? Do you mean like herbs and oils? It's a great question, by the way. I've had to tackle this question, right? Traveling to do ceremonial work. And that was really beautiful. Thank you for that. It was a gift. Did you feel the energy around it too? Like one of the things about mantra is it's an immediate shift, especially if you tone it with your voice. That was a gift. I know. My favorite version, I don't know if it's your favorite version, I have a feeling it is the Mose and Sam Garrett, that's the one you were singing, yeah. If you, it's on my SoundCloud playlist, but we can post a link for you. But Sam Garrett and Mose, M-O-S-E, their version is just absolutely beautiful. So if you liked the version that she was singing, it was a beautiful tribute to that version.
I mean, and yeah, singing the mantra, or even just reciting it, it does help shift that energy. And, you know, working with Ganesha, removing any obstacles. When I feel like I'm in a very heavy space, I actually have a statue of him in perfumery.
Yeah.
The mantras help.
The mantras help. Yeah, there's one of the big Ganeshas we have out here, the Vesuvianite with the blue calcite from Shram. I don't really want to sell it because I just feel like having a substantial Ganesha in a space is just so powerful. So I have kind of a energy hold on him. Nobody's tried to buy him yet, and I think it's because they can feel it. I mean, if somebody comes and it's theirs, like, okay, I don't have an attachment to it, but it's kind of awesome. Oh, Michelle Martinez, I would be your best friend. Don't judge me, but I love to gamble. I love casinos. I love the smell. I love the energy. When I'm in Vegas, I don't like to sleep. I like to play the tables. I just go. I love you. You just keep that in your bra.
I did that once. I just, I didn't seal it completely. My whole boobs was just covered in oil.
She had lucky boobs.
Blessed boobs.
Blessed boobs.
You're welcome.
Now they're going to be like, when is blessed boobs coming? It's not. I think we have to have a line that we don't cross, and I think that's the line.
Oh, man.
So, anyway.
I think this is going to be the perfect product to talk about after that.
If your boobs are blessed, you must be unhinged. This is a great candle too. Some of you told me you're collecting all the candles just because they're such crazy prices. These are $3.50. This has oud in it with cinnamon, tulsi, honey, and tangerine. This was for the Aries moon.
Yes.
So if you remember that, we were like, how do we do a boom pow of scent energy? And this was our answer for that. So if you're an Aries, this was designed for you. Blessed chest, Lynn.
Blessed chest.
I love that too. It's really good. Oh, thank you. Seriously, put the link up for the Mose and Sam Garrett version. Thank you, darling, for that.
This kit was one of my favorites to work on because, we called it the Full Around and Find Out.
Yeah.
And, that's, for me, that's
kind of as it is.
Yeah.
Aries is total F around and find out energy. Serious BDE energy. So there it is.
That was also, at the old building, one of the first ceremonies that I had the audacity to come into your office and just spend it with you.
Which I loved. I know.
I was like, yeah, we're going to do it.
Yeah, no, it was really, sometimes they would come in and be with me. And I always just say it's really nice when you guys are here because otherwise I'm with you guys, but it looks like I'm just telling jokes to myself. You know what I mean? Which is weird. But I'm not. I always tell people I'm not talking to myself. I'm talking to them. And they're less and more laughing, hopefully. It's funny.
I actually have a few pictures and videos from that day. Cause
do you?
I remember Haven was with us too. She's like the whole time.
Miss Haven, yeah. Yep, good crew at SG. So yeah, so if you're just collecting candles or if you like that energy, one of the things I want to tell you is we had never done cinnamon and oud before together. Cinnamon oud. And it's sexy. It's everything you think it should be. And the honey kind of sweetens it out a little bit because cinnamon can be sharp and oud is kind of like a base note, right? So something to kind of lighten it. So that was the intention. I know, I wish I had more patchouli to give away to you. That was my, I have my bottle, but that was my last of that round of bottles from the old days. But Athena's favorite patchouli is at sagegoddess.com, and it does qualify for your 75% off, which is nuts. I don't even know how much it is, but you can tell me. So, cheers. Cinnamon.
And I'm really writing all these ideas down, just so you know, it might come out.
Yeah, as it should. So we talked about the nectar candle. I want to talk about, here they are. I do want to show you these bundles because they're $4 each. And this is, this one is Yerba Santa. And then I did have a Pinon Pine that I put over there in the corner. And I don't see that on the list, but it was here. So I don't know if it's part of the offerings. Do we have it?
Yes, this is the Pigeon Pine one that you saw earlier is $3.75. And so this is kind of the last that we have of these beautiful large bundles.
At crazy prices, you guys. We only have 2 dozen of the Pinion Pine, which is just, it's like a soft, sexy pine. Pinion Pine is so magic. If you haven't smelled it before, you'll become, I was obsessed with Pinion Pine for like 10 years after I first smelled it because it was like big tree energy, but round and sweet. It has lots of its own clearing properties. And then this is blue sage, which is not as pungent as white sage, but still very powerful for clearing energy. And then this is Yerba Santa, the smoke of which is incredibly healing. A lot of you know about Yerba Santa from your own practices and rituals. So these big bundles are 9 inches. Now I have 3 Yerba Santa and I have 8 of the blue sage, and that's it. It's blue and black, but it's not white. But yeah, I have 8 of the sage. I have 3 of the Yerba Santa, and I have 2 dozen of the Pinion Pine. If you want them, you got a black sage. It's beautiful, and you know the blue sage and the black sage grow wild here on the west coast of the U.S. And like I said, and I grow blue sage in my garden. So, and I used to have a black sage plant too. It's just more subtle, has more of a tea scent as opposed to like the really sharp white sage scent.
So if you ever wonder where I disappear off to when I come over for Sacred Circle, I'm in your garden.
For the sage plants, yeah. There's some good stuff back there. Yeah, and it's crazy. Like the garden at this time of year is not my favorite because everything's getting dry and dying back. And it's like, you start to, it's always that harvest thing of like, here's what grew and here's what didn't. But then the persimmons will be ripe soon. Which, by the way, the ones outside your office are not, like, they're not zhuzhing the way they should be zhuzhing. I think there's too many of them.
I probably
Remind me, I think I need to take some of them off of that line.
We're allowed to, right? Because it's...
listen, girl, I'm Greek. It's hanging on our side.
But that's what I was going to say. It's on our side. It's ours.
Greek. It's hanging on my side. I'm taking it. So Yerba Santa is an herb. It's the translation is sacred herb, right? And it's for emotional and physical healing. And it's just, different people have different preferences for the herbs they work with for different purposes. If you're in Mexico, Central America, South America, you're going to see a lot of Yerba Santa used ceremonially. So we wanted to show you the things that you can burn because that's very important.
Then, what else we have, I'm not sure if we gave this one a good smell again.
Oh my God,
oh my gosh, the way that one came out.
This was the one, so this incense, I made the basis of it live 2 days ago in Apothecary. And up until now, only my students knew about it. So if you're in Apothecary, you didn't get one yet, and you do want one, you may want to go dive in and choose this one. So I made part of it live with you, but it is available to the public. This is ginger root, although I also put ginger oil in there. Damiana, which is the most powerful aphrodisiac you can work with, stimulates sexual desire, also helps with performance. Cardamom, which is also for desire. Agar wood, which is oud. Fenugreek, which is for divine feminine healing, and Divana, which is for spiritual integration. So this is the art on the label, which Bruce made. It's so beautiful. Is Shiva and Shakti. And so this is about, it's called Tantric Alchemy, but Tantra is focusing on the spiritual union in a physical encounter. And so this is about the integration of masculine and feminine energy, as well as sacred sexual union and alchemy. And it's beautiful. So Hana took everything, ground it up, added Mako, and the result is here. It's beautiful.
I had a little story that I wanted to share with
Please.
you. Last year, I ended up having to step up into a role that scared the ever-living heck out of me, I'm going to admit. And I paused in Apothecary. I left. I never got to really talk about Shiva and Shakti. And so this time around, it feels new but exciting for me.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. It's like you were meant to work with them, but it had to be like a different turn of the wheel.
So it feels a little more authentic learning and working with them now.
I like that. That's really special. Emotional. And the wisdom always, the opportunities to gather the wisdom that we need represent themselves when we're ready to work with them, you know? So I'll show you what she's doing. Again, same process that we used with Blessed Rose, because this has the Mako powder ground into it. You don't have to use charcoal, right? Oh. I love that your notes say mood, cinnamode.
I'm keeping track and then keep it lit.
This is how shit happens around here. Starts with a word, right? Oh, thanks, Alexis. Really appreciate that. Brand name that, yeah.
But yeah, a little of this goes a long way.
It does. And then again, you can just keep pushing it around and it will keep kind of reigniting itself. And then the rest is ash. So yeah, I was not there for the specialness of that experience, but very glad that we're here now doing what we're doing now.
Yeah. It feels more, at least from my end, authentic.
Yeah, I think I do think so. You know, we've kind of, as I've come back to the helm of Sage Goddess and now on my own, it's you know, it's not always perfect and shiny and, you know, packaged, you know, but it's also not supposed to be, right? The way I founded this company and built it was on authenticity and connection, and it wasn't always perfect. So yeah, we're doing it the way we want to do it now. Oh yeah, blue mood.
Blue mood, blue mood.
It's going on our notes. It is going. Okay, so we gave the patchouli away. Now it's time to give away the Divine Grace. And then I have one more little giveaway. I do. Actually, I'm gonna hold. You know what? I've been feeling it all day. Like, just hold on to that because it's my last jar of Fate. So I'm gonna hold on to that. But I am gonna give you Divine Grace. And this is what some of you came for anyway. And you might be like, why would people come and watch an event to get a box of incense? It's because they know what this is. This is, I've been around this block a lot of times. So have all of us. We're all obsessed with Divine Grace. And it doesn't exist anymore. So
I've tried sourcing it. It does. Mm-mm.
We all tried. I offered to give one of my internal organs for it. There's nothing you can do. There's no way to get it, right? So Divine Grace is the most beautiful incense on the planet, in my opinion. I don't know how to describe the scent to you. I don't know, but it's just really good. So if you trust me, just say yes, and I'm going to send you a box. I think there's 12 incense sticks in here. 20 grams. I don't know what that, I don't know. I think it's 12. I opened this one, so maybe it's more than 12.
I think so, you know?
2, 4. It's more than 12. And I'm going to tell you something. Be sparing with it. You can light it and then you can put it out like a cigarette, right? Mm-hmm. You don't have to burn the whole stick because even if you get the whole box, that's all you got, right? So. And
also be careful when opening because it is dusted a little bit. You're going to want to save that dust.
Oh, yeah. No, seriously. Like, most people are like, ooh, it's dusty. It got on me. And I'm like, rub it in.
Hold on.
Rub it in.
My hair real quick.
Divine Grace. I used to burn it. If you ever came to any of my events back at the Torrance space when we were doing all of our big public events before COVID, if you remember the smell of that space, we were constantly burning Divine Grace. Because we thought we had a lifetime supply, and then you guys found out how good it is, and then you bought it all, and we're like, well, shit, now we don't have any more. Like, okay, so where is this going? This is going to Vanessa Howard Wesaw, HOWARD-WESAW. Congratulations. Divine Grace is coming home to you. So Circe will tag you in the feed and let you know how we're going to get that to you. Very, very excited to send it to you. Glad that you guys were here.
Congratulations.
So you know what we should do? Why don't we, if people in their surprise package requests ask for Divine Grace, why don't we send them one, at least for the rest of these?
Yeah.
This is the other box that I opened. So when you're placing your surprise bag order, if you have space, you can say Divine Grace, and I will put a stick, or we'll try to put a stick in your order. I mean, obviously, if 4 dozen people request it, I won't have enough, so I'll have to choose intuitively. But I'll give those to you, and we will spread those around. I think that's a good idea.
I may be tempted to keep some of the powder to see if I can try. Very hard to recreate it.
She's down there snorting Divine Grace. Like, what's Hana doing? Oh, she's in the corner. You know, it's weird. So
I feel like a mad scientist down there sometimes, and I look like one. Like, my hair will be right here, but I'm deep in formulating.
So one of the things, you guys, if you already ordered, if you can just comment in the feed, and Circe can send a screenshot of that to us, and we can add that to your order. Yep. So I saw Tammy Pennington. I saw Martha. I saw Nellie. I saw Leslie. I saw Amy Carrick. I saw Liz Grant. I saw Alexis Bailey. Okay. By the way, I did try to recreate it, and I can't. And I'm really good. She is too. Like, you send me a perfume that nobody makes anymore, I can recreate it. I can build it back up. But I tried to create Divine Grace, and it was like, nope. It's like the universe did not want. So anyway, we'll just capture a little screenshot of all of y'all who already ordered, who are interested in Divine Grace. If you're watching the replay, we won't be able to do that, but we don't know when the 75% off is going away, but soon. So if there's things that you were gonna shop for, I wouldn't keep waiting, because you're gonna wake up one of these days and it's not gonna be operating anymore. So, and then, like I said, the code only applies to our existing inventory. So anything that's new, like surprise bags and things like that, are not part of the 75% off sale. Okay, we've got you.
We've got these two still that we haven't talked about.
Yep. Are we talking about the Simmer Me Down?
Yes, that's the...
Oh, that's what we're blending. Okay, well, we have 10 minutes.
Oh.
So Sacred Sound incense is $5. Here's what I'm going to tell you about this real quick. It's got the Mexican dream herb, which is the calea, Palo Santo, eucalyptus, rosemary, blue lotus. Burn this before bed.
Yes.
I found, kind of accidentally, the calea herb does this. It's notorious for it, right? For enhancing your dream state. But this is a really good one to burn right before bed, especially if you have a hard time falling asleep. It's beautiful. It has Mako powder in it, so it's going to burn without charcoal, just like the other blends do too. But I just want to recommend that to you, especially for $5. Like, we wouldn't be able to recreate it for $5, so that's definitely one you may want to get if you're a collector of our incense blends. And it just smells beautiful too. And then finally, Armor perfume is $10. This is one of our best protection blends. Like, this is the season.
Yeah. Like, when I found the bin, I was like, excuse me.
Go. I know. We need this all day long right now. Armor is Angelica, Patchouli, Dragon's Blood. And then we put a little of the true Champaka in there, just because of Angelica and Dragon's Blood. These are heavy duty, heavy hitting protection oils. So we put just a little of a light floral in there to balance it. So yeah, if sleeping is your thing, get Sacred Sound, get a little dried valerian, add it in there. Like, really, if you're really trying to build the ultimate dream blend, that would be it. So.
And then I was going to say the Armor is kind of one of my favorites to work with. It was one of the first protection and guarding blends that I worked with, because I do a bunch of warding in my own space.
Yeah.
Like physical and energetic wards. Because, you know, I live with my family. I live with a lot of people, and so there's a lot of energies kind of happening at once. And so to help protect me and mine, that is my saying for 2025. Me and mine.
Me and mine. Thou and thine. Right over there. You wore Armor today? Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
And Leslie, yeah, she said she loves Armor and Arcs. And don't Armor and Arcs go well together? I think they do. Yeah, so I would just need, if you want us to recreate something, I will tell you at some point here we're going to have custom perfuming as an offering at Sage Goddess. And so what you'll be able to do when we do that is you can send us in a sample of a perfume that you love, and we can try to recreate it for you. I used to do that as a listing, as a custom perfuming option, like back in the day. So we're not there yet, but we will eventually. Okay, so we are moving in our internal world as Sage Goddess to the world of simmer blends. And because I've been working with simmer blends for a long time, and we want to do a sage goddess version of them that's a little more focused on the magical elements. So what a simmer blend is a way of, and you can make it in a crock pot, you can do it on a stove top, you can do it on just a little individual burner. Mm-hmm. The other thing you can do is you can take just the simmer blend in water and put a candle warmer under it or on top of it.
Yeah.
So you don't even have to have electricity to do it. But so we're actually going to blend live with you.
So this is the bowl that we have. There are 2 parts that we're blending.
Yep.
So if you order the simmer, well, I'm calling it Simmer Me Down, but it's like a simmer starter kit, if you will. You're going to get the jar of herbs and then a dram of the blend that Athena and I are making now.
Yep. Can we show them the jar of herbs? It's really cool.
Yes.
So we've taken these. Yours will have a label on it. We're just a little sample of what's coming to you. So we chose these cute little mason jars, and this is the herbal component. So you're getting orange slices, cinnamon stick, allspice, star anise, and bay leaf. By the way, this is the ultimate manifestation blend. Orange is for manifestation, bay is for manifestation, cinnamon is for manifestation, allspice is for manifestation, and star anise is for prayer. It's like a summoning of the spirits, and it actually anchors and holds the energy in your space. So this is a huge one for manifestation. Even if I love the smell of all of those in a simmer blend because it makes your home smell like
magic.
The holidays, really, right? Like orange and cinnamon and clove and all of that. But
okay. So I also have some of the oils. We have orange, grapefruit, cinnamon, and amber to help soften that up because I know the orange and the cinnamon and there's that.
So good. How much of this orange did you spill? Just kidding.
This one's the grapefruit. The orange is here. Oh. It was up there. That's how much of that I spilled. It was great. It was,
wow.
You know, I wanted to, there's a fun little fact about orange peels and things like that. I don't know, for those of you who do eat oranges, you'll notice that when you're peeling the orange, there are little squirts coming out of the rind of the skin, right? That's actually the essential oil there, right? That's why when you're shopping for citrus type or style essential oils, they're a little more affordable as opposed to something from a root or a flower.
Yeah, because you barely have to distill it to get the oil out of it.
It's just, it wants to release itself. But what I really love about oranges and orange peeling, it said that peel an orange around someone who's not feeling well, and it'll help uplift their mood.
And it's also going to release a bunch of vitamin C oil into the air for them. Okay. And probably drop on their skin, and your skin is your largest organ, and that's why essential oils are very healing. And they're making contact with your biggest organ.
Did I add a few more things than what I listed? Yeah.
You did.
I did.
I like this for us.
So we've got the vanilla bean there, the powdered
Oh my god, you guys, look at that. Yeah. Just vanilla bean.
Yeah.
My god.
I like to do little sneak attacks. I'm so sorry. Lemongrass. I love using lemongrass in blends like this because this is going to help clear the way, basically, to manifest all it is that you're bringing in.
Can't wait to blend this. Okay, so there's the you're getting the dram, I think, and the little container of the herbs for $14 if you would like to try this. And then, like I said, what I do for a simmer blend, isn't that cute? So that'll have a little label on it too. We're still in the designing process. So you're getting like first glimpse of all of this. You can diffuse the oil. That will of course scent your space. You can wear the oil and anoint with it for manifestation. You don't have to put all of the herbs, but just, in water on a, and watch it, right? You don't want, if you leave it unattended, right, then you can end up, the water evaporates and you can burn your pot. But a small saucepan, if you're just doing a little bit, if you're putting the whole jar, you could use sort of a Dutch oven or use your crock pot for it. And your whole house will smell. Amazing. And scent magic is real. So everybody will be picking up on the energy and the vibration of the scent in your home. So, okay.
Do you want to do the oils first and then the herbs? Because what I plan to do is blending all the greens and things, because the spices I was going to show you that we're going to package a little different. So kind of give them a glimpse of behind the scenes, what it looks like to...
Yeah, why don't you do the herbs first and then on the oils. Yep.
And so we have a bit of bay. I'm gonna keep my hand relatively light here. And this is perfect or great for making wishes. Do not be surprised if somewhere down the line when I make your jar, that you get a whole leaf. Because that's what my spirit told me to put in the jar.
Yeah, sometimes they do. They want you to work with the whole leaf.
And then again, the lemongrass, one of my favorite things to work with when I'm kind of clearing the way to make room for more. Just kind of. And if you don't pause or stop me, I will get lost because this is...
I'm getting lost watching you.
One of my favorite things to do. It's like I love incense. If you ever watch me after a whole breaking down, like grinding down the batch of incense, I'm covered head to toe in powder, but that smells so good.
Okay, how much vanilla are you putting in there?
Not too much because it might overwhelm some folks.
I was going to say, that's a lot of vanilla.
Yeah, so I'm like a pinch of vanilla.
That's beautiful.
I almost sprinkled some on you for fun.
Take it. Like I'm ready to stick my hand in there.
Oh, here. Feel free.
So good. You know, the vanilla beans, you may know this, but you may not, come from the Vanilla planifolia orchid. And it's an orchid that really has to be grown in subtropical conditions. I tried to grow it. I got a hold of an actual plant, but they're the most stubborn of almost all of the orchids. And you know how stubborn orchids are anyway, trying to get it. But out of the orchid comes the vanilla pod, the vanilla bean pod. And so that's why when you're like, why is vanilla so expensive? One plant may produce 1 pod a year, maybe 2 pods a year, maybe if everything, you know, goes to plan. And so think about that. Right, so we go to Trader Joe's and get a little jar of 5 beans, you know, and you're just you may take for granted the fact that how much actual natural effort is required to do that, right? Aw, I'm so glad. Love you guys. I'm so glad you're here.
And then last, I'm adding just a bit of ginger because I know this could very well kind of make or break the blend. I don't know if you remember blending with this the other night, but this kind of punched me in the nose. But it's so good.
That'll clear your sinuses right up.
So again, certain things I will be using sparingly.
Yep. You make your own vanilla extract. I love that too. And that's easy to do, you know, and I will tell you, now's the time. If you want to make your own vanilla extract for holiday gifts, people love it. You can get some cute little bottles on Amazon. You split 1 pod, right? Scrape out the beans, put the pod in the jar. You can just do, if it's a small bottle, you just need 1 bean. And then put the actual whole bean in the jar and then cover it with vodka or some high proof alcohol. And then put it in the back of a cabinet for 2 to 3 months. By the time the holidays come, you'll have gifts. So,
So again, this is just the leafy green portion of it. And I'm going to show you guys kind of the behind the scenes of what happens when we're packaging these. When we say everything's by hand, it literally looks like this.
Yeah.
I'll make the mother blend and pack this up with a lot of love. Same thing with the incense. I try to pack it as much as I can. We tell you 15, I packed in 30. Oops.
It's, you know, it is so fun to show these things to you because it means a lot to us. You know, and I will tell you, I think we were always grateful to do this work, but being able to come back together this year and do it together for you has been really cool. You know, there's a depth and intensity to the process now that I think it's just appreciation of being able to be back together and do it. Yeah.
And then my heavy smell the orange slices. They're great.
This is what I thought you were gonna do. So dumb. It's Friday. I'm tired. I can see you.
They were in bed.
This one looks like a vagina.
It's exactly why I handed it to you. It's exactly why. I had intentions.
Thank you. I always say when people are like looking at me like, Luis to this day will still look at me. It's how I know you're paying attention. How would I know? What if you fell asleep? I used to teach college freshmen who were always hungover every class. So the whole class is quiet. All of a sudden at the end, I'm like, well, this one looks like a vagina. Wake up time. Oh, everybody's here. Look at that. Worked.
But yeah, again, I will be stuffing these with all the spices and the orange slices. They're going to go on top.
Yeah, she packs it. Yeah, Lynn makes her own vanilla. I love that. Do any of you do like a riff on that? Like you do a vanilla plus, like some other thing in your extract? I would just love to know what that's like. I get inspired, you know? I'm very much into making my own extracts, and you know about me and my jams and jellies.
Ooh, your jams and jellies.
So we're planning a holiday shopping event for you guys to be able to come here and shop for the holidays. And I had mentioned that I'm going to try to make my jams and jellies to have here.
Have you done a pomegranate one? Can I request a pomegranate?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Can I request that you make it with me?
Yes.
Okay. Because we were thinking, wouldn't it be fun to have some like non-stone goodies?
Yes.
So I might have some extracts or jams or jellies or whatever else I'm working on at the time.
Yeah. So that's the herb jar.
Okay, and then the oil blend. I was going to pop a cinnamon stick into it just for good measure.
Are you want to pop in the anise too?
Yeah, just as an offering. I think that's good. Yeah. Thank you. It's always just setting the intention, right? Which is just as simple as that. You know, what is my intention for this blend? My intention for this blend is that it connects people with the energy of their own power, their power to create, to visualize, to expand and grow, their capacity to self-heal, and their ability to manifest into form what right now is only a dream or an image in their mind. Together we say, Amen, Aho, so it is. Okay.
That's the amber.
Yep. Oh, this is a good amber too, y'all. My intuition is to try to cover that star anise, although I think you're a floater. Maybe not. Okay, I did it for the most part.
Okay. I'm so tempted to say sprinkle some vanilla in there. Bless your spirit.
I don't want to sneeze on my hands and then make this. Hold on. Okay, I didn't have to sneeze. Yay. It's a lot up my nose right now. Oh, yeah. That is a beautiful cinnamon. That is just gorgeous. And clove. Are they combined? Mm-hmm. Okay. Whew. Okay. Well, that's a good combination right there. I want to smell what that smells like without anything else. Yep. And the clove, actually just smelling it, my lips are numb. That's great. Okay, and then this is the grapefruit, I think you said.
Yes.
That's wonderful too. Okay, and I always stop after 3 because after 3 you've got you can test the complexity of a scent. That's really nice.
Oh yeah.
It needs the orange to sweeten it, but it's really good. Okay, and then, oh, that's a really nice orange too. Some orange, it's a very sweet orange. It's not a bitter orange. That's the only thing about bergamot. You know, bergamot is the oil from the leaves and the stems of the orange plant. And it's bitter, you know what I mean? So bergamot's awesome, but yeah, sometimes when you're working with a lot of bergamot, like we work with a lot of bergamot, you kind of like, you get so used to the bitterness, and then when you come back to sweet orange, it's
I have a
refreshing.
wild card.
Oh, nice, really. This is a good neroli too. After COVID, the price of neroli has gone through the roof.
Through the roof.
But I guess the supply was compromised. I think that's good. That really. So neroli is the flowers of the orange tree. Orange is the orange of the orange tree, and bergamot is the stems and leaves.
And then petitgrain is.
And petitgrain.
Yeah.
Bergamot is actually a different citrus, but it's the stems and leaves of that particular citrus.
And if you love Earl Grey, bergamot is in there.
Bergamot is your Earl Grey tea. So if you're like, that smells really familiar, it smells like the Earl Grey tea I've been drinking. I think that is perfection.
Yeah, that neroli, I love wild cards.
It sweetened it. It was neroli is such a heart note, you know, and so when you add additional heart notes, you widen. You create expansion within a scent. When you add additional top notes, you make a scent longer. Same thing with additional bottom notes, right? It sort of stretches the scent out. But when you add heart notes, it opens it up. It's like a good full-bodied wine as opposed to something very dry. That's the difference. And so I'm a heart note person because I like to experience the roundness of scent, not just the intensity or the sharpness or the depth of a scent. I really like to have the fullness around it.
Yeah, this is great.
Yeah, well done. Your proportions are lovely. I don't think it needed more orange, so I think that's why you spilled that shit all over the place.
I don't know if you felt it at the bottom, but like...
Yeah, is it still wet? I'm going to go home being like, why do I smell like orange?
Hanalei and her orange.
We had like the opposite scent experience. So yesterday, only me, right, as a boss, I come to Rachel and I go, would you mind later this afternoon going to the Carson Animal Shelter with me? There was a dog I wanted to look into adopting. And she was like, oh, sure, I'll go with you. We ended up spending an hour at the Carson Animal Shelter. We've decided we're going to do a team bonding. Anybody who wants to go, we're going to go and play with dogs.
I want to go play with dogs.
Because you can go and check out a dog for 15 minutes. And it's like the highlight of these animals. They're in this is a terrible, I mean, they do a great job, but it's an overrun shelter over here. And there were dogs being dropped off while we were there. I was like, oh my God. But anyway, so I was driving home yesterday and I'm like, I think I smell like the shelter. So anyway, I don't smell like the shelter today. Now I'm going to smell like oranges. But isn't that going to be fun to go play with dogs?
Yeah.
These little dogs.
Oh my gosh.
We're stuck in their little... Yeah, so what we can do is figure out which ones we want to play with, and then we just give the numbers to the folks in the front office, and then we can check them out for 15 minutes in their little play area. Get some dog time.
I love that.
But anyway, I know. So anyway, no more shelter smells. I will leave you with this. So everything you've seen today is at sagegoddess.com. Some things are sold out. The number one thing you want to consider is the surprise bag.
Yes.
That's the value of the century, especially if you love Bath and Body products. So that's the number one. If you do buy the surprise bag, please make sure you include all of your notes about what you would like in there to guide us. I know. Paxton comes to the office here sometimes. He's such a good boy.
He is.
He is the light of my life. And bless you for volunteering at your shelters. I would if I had more time, because finding animals' homes is one of my passions. And Rachel is a huge advocate. She's rehomed so many dogs. That's part of what she does in the world is help doggies find their forever home. So and I want to thank Circe because she just did an amazing job today moderating and getting us all of our links and everything else. So that was really, thank you for that. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I say that only because then you'll get notifications. We do Rock Talk or Aroma Talk every Friday. We're in the process of building our new programs for the new year, which will launch. You'll find out about those next month. So it's good to stay here for all the information. And then sagegoddess.com is our home website. And if you enjoyed this and you want to learn more from me and Hana, we will be live next week in my kitchen, making golden milk and Indian sweets as offerings to Shakti. And so that's in a program called Apothecary. You can find out more about that at sagegoddess.com.
We're also talking about milk baths.
We're talking about milk baths, spiritual baths.
It's one of my favorite sessions.
Always. I mean, honestly, because I like being at home in the kitchen. And we're going to continue that next year in our new program. So, because it's been one of the things we've enjoyed the most. Basically, we love eating and hanging out with each other and talking about smelly things. So, the fact that we get to do that with you is pretty cool. Is there anything, did I miss anything? Touchdown, completion, love it. Yeah. Well, thank you, as usual.
Thank you.
This was really fun. We're excited for all the goodies you guys are going to get. And again, remember, your code is MAGIC75. That applies to anything that was on our website before. We came back to you in March. Anything that's new, the discount code doesn't apply, but it's at an amazing price, like the surprise bag. So you don't need your code. All right, cheers, you guys. Have a great rest of your evening. Thank you to Luis and everybody behind the scenes who helps us make this happen. And thanks to you guys for being here. We love you.
Love you.
And we'll see you soon. Have a good night. Have a great weekend.